yeah, someone will also say, okay, if that's the case,
Mhm.
then why not hold the security agencies accountable for this? Because if, like, I recently heard on like a banter between the South Africans and the Nigerians. They were saying
Mhm.
it's none of the South Africans, that's the citizens' business. What's going on
Mhm.
in South Africa? They should hand
Exactly.
over, they should let the police do their job and all that. So,
Mhm.
what if, like, I'm saying this,
Mhm.
to, like, in response to what's going on in Ghana. So, they will also
Yeah.
say, they can also say, why not let the police deal with whatever insecurity you think is going on in the country? And why are you guys now like
Correct.
talking
They
and
are corrupt.
wants to?
Agitation. Yeah. Mhm.
They are corrupt. We can't answer
Is
that
it
question. They are
me
corrupt.
to
They live
answer
in their
or
own.
someone? Should I answer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
can.
can
Ghana,
Yes.
answer.
should I?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good question, and I've heard that have been said about South Africans, but it's because of corruption. Because we are aware that our police officers are not patriotic. Some are unpatriotic, and if they do, you give them 10 CDs, they'll let you through. So that is the problem, and until we have cameras in place, and that's why we have to have systems in place. And the Nigerians are smart enough to know that. They call themselves now. They know our systems don't work. That's why they leave Nigeria to go to other countries. So you cannot go and behave. And when we are on South African platforms, we hear them calling out their corrupt, they call immigration home office there. They are selling their passports to people. So it's not like South Africans are saying they are unaware of what the system's not working. And that is our issue. Our corrupt systems don't work. So when you come and you see
Yeah.
a loophole and you want to go through, then the people will stand up to you because they are corrupt. And until they start working like South Africa, now Home Office is going to places and say, if you are illegal, come on, we want to have a talk with you. Then we will leave it to them. But the reason why South Africans came out and wanted to fight you or take things into their own hands was that people were not doing it. If police officers were doing their jobs, if immigration was doing their jobs, why would the citizens, if they were holding the so-called Igbo chief accountable, that you cannot come and change the laws in Ghana. If retail is for the indigenous, how dare you come and say meet out messing with justice? How dare you? Like if you are not wholesale, but systems don't work. So when they do some fake protesting and Ghanaians don't want to retain our peace, then we just say okay, and then our president will have a talk and say he's going to put a commission together, and then they like it. But when they close the borders so that rice wouldn't come in or whatever, what didn't Shirley Ayoko or whatever, the foreign service, what did she do? She was practically begging. They even laughed. They said they'll come and put airplanes in our. Just there. And then when you face them back, now that Ghanaians are talking, they want to say it's banter. No, it's serious because you did it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
And
your place
know,
to close your borders to do whatever. So when we say if you don't have this amount of money, you cannot or partner with a Ghanaian, then that's what you need to do. Yeah, and it's okay for you to close the borders. All we said was, oh, it's affecting our businesses, but we didn't come and make you. We didn't send people to make you change your laws to benefit us. And it wasn't even only Ghanaians, it was all, I think Benin, Togo, all of us were involved. So that's the point. So the brief answer to your question, Rash, is that our systems don't work. That's why the citizens
yeah.
get
So
upset.
the system doesn't work. Yeah. The system is the
Exactly.
system that we're facing all these things. And Amma, you see one of your videos. I think we were commenting, and one Nigeria came over there and said, "We Nigerians, we don't take Ghana serious." And then I also replied him, "Brother, don't worry, because we Ghanaians, the countries, the prestigious country, the respectful countries that we want them to take Ghana serious, Nigeria is not one of
I
them.
have to
So
go
don't
and check
worry
it. I
about
didn't
that."
see. And Nigerians don't even visit my videos. I have to go back and
Oh,
check them.
oh,
Because I
I
haven't
think it's
seen
the
that video.
I think Rush videos. Yeah.
Okay,
And then
because
I
I
also
haven't,
said,
they don't think
yeah,
and I
your
want
video, the way you are,
they
I
won't dare.
mean,
They should stay away. I know
I
they
don't
will.
think they will come. Yeah, I think it was
They should stay away. Because I
one
didn't
of
see
the Rush video. And then
okay.
one Nigeria, we were talking about the passport, Ghana passport, and he also said, he asked a question if Nigerians working at the Ghana passport office. That was the answer the guy also brought. And I said, yeah, I don't blame you. You guys don't work over there, but you know, so they know the system doesn't work, you know. So we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. Our system is just, I mean, I don't know, it's just like Abetia. Abetia, you know Abetia.
It's true. As you said, our system is not working. It's true because I traveled from Ghana to Turkey in 2013, and I met two guys from Nigeria, and then these people were holding a Ghana passport. Then I asked them, I started with my language. Hey, same way Ghana for. And then they will look at me.
They don't talk.
They didn't. Then I said, I already one person work as now. We are Ghana. Then they, as soon as they open their mouth, I'm a brother. Then I got to know, okay, because Ghanaians, we have our style of talking, or we have our diary. So when I say, okay, then I get to know that these people, they just went in for this book and then use it for another. So not knowing that they are going to the same house with me. So they took they took their taxi. I also took bus. So when I went there, they were there before I came in. So when I entered, I saw that. I said, so you people are here. You said, yeah. Okay. And I just say, you know, more kasa woman I'm costing soon Ghana. You know, Mrs. Now we won't come here if for now. Or some bride now you chrome there say ya say that. Yeah, sister no. Yes, I say no can't be no or flu a whole bar no more from you chrome ho now or no our come on the upper. I was very, very angry. Now on the way, no, that time it was not a biometric distance. It's a quite first one, system. No, in fact, very
and what I think right now, what I think,
it's nipa na good damn down back nipa 20, 30 in one group. Say, maybe say see woman temwa. How are you going to identify that person? Wow, I said, system now we can't be good them more and report to the police all the time. Ghanaians now more communities, you know. Report to yes, they you, but they don't mind them. They don't mind the indigenous people. They don't care about them because they live in a place where the security is very, very tight over there.
Regards to the foreigners, that's Nigerians holding Ghana passports, no. But Mr. Peter, but don't you think some Ghanaians are also to be blamed for this kind of acts? And aside from some Ghanaians leading them to get the passports, some of our women are also getting married to them, which I want for them is their choice. But getting married to them and giving them that opportunity to get the passport and all that. And some also going into contracts with the Nigerians. This is recent something I heard from some Ghanaians. Now some also goes into contract with them. They marry them. They get the passports, and then afterwards they divorce and all that. So don't you think Ghanaians, some Ghanaians are also to be blamed for this?
Yes, Raj, what you are saying is correct. In every country, we have black sheep. We have people like that. When I was in Belgium, even in the 80s, I saw a
But
Ghanaian. I saw a Ghanaian who was holding Belgian
yeah.
passport that he obtained illegally. But the passport was legal, but through the back
Who is the
doors. It
question
means that,
directed to? Peter?
yes, yes,
To
yes.
everybody, but I'm starting with Mr. Peter.
You see what I mean?
Okay.
So it is true that some of these citizens, Ghanaians, are their collaborators. That's natural. That's why I'm saying that if we leave the ECOWAS, they won't even have the briefing space to stay in Ghana and do all those transactions. It's because of entry free and all that. Because if ECOWAS allows them to come in, like European movement, they have the freedom to come in and make, do things, make all those arrangements. So if we leave ECOWAS, it might happen because in UK here, if you don't enter the country legally, it's not easy to get married unless you go to your country and get married there. So all the problems boils down to the ECOWAS. It's the ECOWAS that gives them the breathing space, the access to come into the country, hide themselves there, and do whatever they want. So I've said it, and I'll continue saying it over and over and over again, that if people are not optimistic that we can leave ECOWAS, then we have a problem. It's the ECOWAS. Everything is the ECOWAS. Everything going on. So it is true. Citizens collaborate with them. Some, all these people, some unpatriotic criminal citizens collaborate with them. But to close all those loopholes is firstly the ECOWAS that gives them the access to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
So I will always continue, advocating about leaving the ECOWAS, and I have all the tips on my figures. I'll continue doing that. So leave me to do it, please. I'll continue doing everywhere I go. I'll continue doing it. Without it, we have a problem. If the ECOWAS still stay there, we have a problem. We will have to go to court to Geneva. We shall go there. You have to communicate with UN and even British government that ECOWAS is not legal. We need a referendum. I'm going to do that. So that is everything is the ECOWAS. I'll
Yeah.
continue doing that. That
And
is it.
then after ECOWAS, then we have to change our passport. Simple. Yeah.
Of course,
We
UK now, my
we have
passport,
to
UK
change it.
passport is now black. They use a brown passport. That was the one designated for the
Uh-huh.
whole European Union. Once you leave the country, you leave the union, you have your own passport. You have to have your own design. So that's not the problem.
Mm.
I'll go to hell to argue that we have to leave ECOWAS. And when I go to
Yeah.
Ghana, I'll right to go to Parliament. Anywhere I will go, I will put my life there and go and tell them why the country is being destroyed. But they are looking at it. We have to leave ECOWAS. That is it.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay, Amagana, what do you also have to
Okay,
say
so
about it?
a bit of hope is that it's not easy to get Ghana passport. Okay, those who got it, it was the Kalabule, they did connect it. But if you get married, it takes about 12 years. There's a whole process. If we do things legitimately, it takes a long time and you have to bring your police report. So the loophole that we have to cut off. So if they get married, it's not going to be easy for them. No. If they think getting married to a Ghanaian woman or vice versa, it doesn't get a passport easily. You still go through a process of staying in the country. You should have no anything in your background. So there is something. It takes the whole process. Maybe I think takes 5-7 years. So it's not that straightforward. Those that had it like that kidnapper, so-called billionaire kidnapper, it was because he paid. So the concern should be the illegitimate people, the passport office people who give it out for 20 cities or whatever. But the marriage,
Yes.
yeah, and somewhere legitimately, and they go through the right channels now. It's not as easy as you got married to a lady or a man, so you get Ghanaian passport. So that's
Yes,
one.
I think
Another
so.
one, okay,
Yeah, it's true. It's not easy. I've heard that. Yes.
exactly. So those ones that we have issues with is the corrupt people in Ministry of Foreign Affairs that give it out and sell it, our IDs and things. That is the problem.
We shall
Because
tackle all
getting
of them.
married,
We shall tackle all of them.
so they
We shall
have to
tackle
do
all of them.
ECOWAS will cut all of that out. Also,
Yes, yes.
I
ECOWAS will cut all of them out. ECOWAS. It's the ECOWAS. It's the ECOWAS.
exactly, definitely. And I don't know, Ghana. I think it's because. Oh, go on. Sorry, go on. Someone was speaking. Go on.
Oh, Amagana, go on.
Oh, okay. So basically we just have to, it's our systems. Once our systems are working, we'll be fine. And one thing that I'm also grateful for is that awareness is beginning to come up, because this people they've been infiltrating, they've been coming, doing whatever. He's been around for about 12 years, but now it's coming to the fore that this is what he's doing. He's taking pictures with our leaders so that he can, when he gets his so-called festival that is going on, we are not saying don't have a festival, we are not saying don't celebrate, but you sitting on a throne as though you are observing your subjects. Go do it in your country. Go do that
Exactly.
restaurant that you sit on, take it on your plane and go do it in Ebola. Go do it in Lagos, where Europe
We are going
used
to
to
tell
be.
you.
Go do it there.
We are
That
going
is
to,
what we are saying. But you have every
yes.
right to celebrate, to dance, I did a video. It's celebration, people are laughing, they're in their costumes, you go to a plaza, you do. We are not saying don't do that. We don't have an issue, but it's the symbolism of you taking pictures with our leaders, and then you can even get on who knows whether he uses it for his businesses. Because if you show someone that you have contact with our president or our kings, they are more inclined to give you money to create a business for them. Let's just be blunt. I don't know whether you ever heard of Sarah Ferguson, who was married to Prince Andrew, Prince Charles' brother. She
Yes,
got
yes,
into
yes,
trouble
yes.
because she was
Yeah.
they were trying to give her money for access. So the pictures speak 1,000 words. The fact that you are taking pictures with our leaders means that you can tell, oh, I have their ear. That is our concern as Ghanaians. We don't want you to be doing that. And that is the problem.
No.